Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new, or welcome if you're new. I don't know if you've ever seen my cup. Oh, I was like, where did I get this from? I am in a planner and crafter group here where I live in Georgia. I've been in the group for as long as I can remember. I mean, like, since I got into decorative planning, so probably 7-8 years. Fun fact, this is the funnest fact ever. I love these planning vlogs. Hopefully you do too, because I really love just talking all things planning. If I could make, like, not a career out of it, but if this is all that I could do, like, I could basically, I'm not gonna create another channel. I've never felt that that was important. I just feel like my channel is a planning channel, all things planning and stuff, because that's just who I am. But I guess what I'm saying is if I could just talk about planning, I totally would. But also, I could talk about money. I could talk about all my other interests as well. I'm very multifaceted, I guess. So I just keep it all under one channel or within one channel, but just know planning has my heart. Anyway, I'm in a crafter group. Oh, let me tell you the fun fact. Fun fact, I was going to be building a paper budget planner of sorts back when we got married and first started budgeting. We got married in 2016 at the end though, and then kind of combined our finances and honeymooned and kind of got our lives kind of integrated of sorts. And then by 2017, we were ready to start budgeting together. And so at that time, I was going to be starting a journey of budgeting, and I had seen on YouTube some budgeters. I wish I knew the names of, because there are some OG YouTube budgeters. I wish I knew the name of one of them, because I just don't, because I think like literally by the time I got started and was making a name for myself, they had quit and disappeared. So I have no idea the name. But I remember she had this budget planner, like the Happy Planner budget pack, and I was going to be replicating something similar. I went on Facebook Marketplace, which is my first line of defense for purchasing almost everything but electronics. And I'd gone on there and I saw that somebody was selling a Happy Planner hardcover, I think is what you call it. I still have it. I could whip it out right now if I needed to. And she wanted to meet up at Michael's in the parking lot to make the exchange. So I met her at the parking lot at Michael's, and then she was showing me her Happy Planner and everything that she had going on in her planner and whatever. We just were connecting in the parking lot, and then I just remember that she invited me to like a Manby Happy Planner group. And then somehow from there is when I learned that this was a whole thing and a whole community, and then I found the local group. And I think it was just getting started around that time. So I've been in the local group for a very long time, maybe like 8 years perhaps. But the cool thing is there's now a spinoff, where there's like two spinoff groups. One's like a spinoff little planning group where we meet up and do little crafts almost every month. The bigger group hosts like bigger events and functions, but we do like little smaller events under the umbrella of the big group. And then also there's like a spinoff reading crafter group. So we go to these little meetups, but we're not actually, it's not like a book club. We're not picking out books, but we're doing like bookish crafts and all of those types of things. I know that was a long tangent, and I literally just said all of that to say that I was trying to remember where I got this from. And I got this from the most recent book crafting group. Maybe I won it, but it's cute. Anyway, happy Saturday. Today is Saturday, July 26th. I actually have book club today, and we have been reading, let me see if I can bring it up on my iPad, Whispers of the Lake by, I think the author is Shanora Williams. My friend who runs the book club is actually a book influencer, if you will. So very much going to book events all over the United States and like very much into that space. And so she will, if she can, reach out to the different authors, specifically if she knows them, and see if they'll come to one of our book club meetings to talk about the book, or even maybe schedule with us for a different time if they can't make the book club meeting, and then we'll discuss the book. So basically, while we're discussing the book today, the author is actually meeting with us, I think, next week. So that's fun. All of that just to show you the cover of the book. So just finished reading that, and we'll be discussing it tonight. I don't know where I was going with that. Maybe I was just sharing with you my latest book read and that I have book club today. But I kind of jumped back into my planner this week. If you've been around, then you know that part of the reason why I even started this series was just kind of documenting my journey back to paper planning. Obviously, I just told a long story about how I got into paper budgeting and planning and such like 8 years ago, I think. Maybe 7. I might be over that. I think it might be 8. Anyway, started out paper planning, did that for probably 4 years pretty consistently. And then I started dibbling and dabbling with digital planning using my iPad. And so I've been doing that for going on 4 years as well. But back in May, a couple months ago, I decided I wanted to get back into paper planning. And let me tell you, it has been quite the task trying to transition back into it. I guess I thought I could jump back into it easily, but that has not been my experience. But this week I had to go I went to get my tire repaired potentially, but I was reminded again that I actually need new tires. I already knew I was going to need new tires soon. I knew this already. My mechanic had told me, and Toyota had told me that I would need them soon. They were at, last time I checked, like 70%, operating at like 70%. So they were in like the yellow zone. Then when I went to get my tire looked at the other day, they were in the red zone. Basically, I just went on and got new tires because I was gonna need one anyway. It couldn't be repaired and they were cheap. So I was like, give me new tires. So I got all new tires. And while waiting there, I was there longer than expected. I made the appointment thinking I was gonna be in and out because they were gonna repair the tire real quick. Not a chance. So I was there for some hours. So I really got into my planner and I just spent time getting organized. So I just want to show you a few of the updates. So this is a calendar page, if you will, for 2025. I had these hexagon stickers and I thought that I would just cover up the months that had passed, and I'm trying to make like a little pattern. I've noticed people doing this in the planner community. This isn't something new. Everything that I reference is probably something that's mad old that people were doing 10 years ago. So do with that what you will. But I decided to do this as well. And I think I've done it before. So I'm doing this. I did that. And as the month passes, I'll just put another hexagon sticker on there. So that's an update that I made to my planner. And then for the first time ever, I planned my week. I need you to know that was kind of a daunting task. So one cool thing is, if you open my planner, you'll see all of my July happenings here behind this, I guess you call it a divider. So I can always see all of like July at a glance. And then this is my week here. And I'll show you it. I guess I could flip the camera down, but this doesn't bother me. Hopefully it doesn't bother you. So this is my week, and this is how I planned my week. And I decided that I was just gonna use the clean color dot marker that I have here in Pale Rose to highlight or notate the timed events or major events for the week. So that's what you see there. Also put some of those hexagon stickers here as a layering moment, just to use them and for a cute pop of color. And then I put for this week the 2 videos that I was planning to film, which is pretty on par because I aim to publish 2 YouTube videos per week. I missed one upload, so I 86'd it, but I did make the second upload. Well, I just filmed it. I'm about to edit it, so I'll make it because tomorrow is the end of my week and I'll definitely have the video up by tomorrow, which is Sunday. I like to upload on the weekend, so either Saturday or Sunday. So I'll make that one, but I didn't make the other one. I put priorities, which were like the 3 main things that I needed to do this week, which included getting my tire repaired, ended up getting 4 new tires, updating the website for one of my companies, and then prepping for book club. I have kind of taken on the lead of being the person who keeps track of everybody's birthdays and major events so we can celebrate them all within 1 month. So this month we had 1 birthday and that's it. No like anniversaries or anything, which I think I need to write all of that down somewhere. It's like in our text thread, but it's kind of I kind of remember, but like also don't. I don't think there's anything for August. I know we have some birthdays in September to include mine and somebody else's. I don't think we have any like anniversaries or anything. And then we do have a bunch of stuff like in the latter part of the year, like Q4. I do know that. So I should probably today when we go to book club, I should probably be like, give me everybody's birthdays, anniversaries, and any other significant dates so we can be mindful of those. But I collected money, which I do this for every month when there's something going on. I'll collect money. I'll ask for opinions from the group, like what do you think we should get? And we don't make a big deal about it. Like this month, we got our book club member a gift card to a nail salon. You can get other stuff there. You know, nail salons, sometimes they have estheticians and such. So she can go and, you know, basically get a little makeover. And it's a 3-figure amount of money on the gift card. So it's a good amount. And then also I'm going to grab some balloons. If we can take cupcakes to whatever place we're going, normally I'll grab some cupcakes for a celebratory event, and then a card, and then maybe a sash. Like once we celebrated somebody getting married, so we got a little sash and things like that. But you can always go to Dollar Tree, get you a couple balloons, a card, a sash, birthday hat. Like you can get all that stuff from, well, it's $1.50 now in there, but you don't have to spend that much money. So what I normally do is I just contribute like a little less to the overall gift, and then I also, you know, make it my mission to get those other things. So that's what I mean by book club prep. Normally we just meet up at some place and it's not even a big thing, but oftentimes we're celebrating something. So I take it upon myself to be that person. I just love celebrating people and whatever. So that's what I mean by book club prep. I put all of my other tasks here, which this was my first time using this. Should I have run out of space, I could have used the note space, or I could have used an additional sticky note or something, not that deep, or I even could have turned to the back and used the to-dos there if I needed to, but I didn't have that many. I feel like I had a good enough amount of space, and I don't have to put down every single thing. If it's a task that I can complete in a few minutes or within the next, 30 minutes or so, like if it's on my radar, I'll put it down. If it's something I need to remember because maybe my week will be impacted if I don't do this, then it has to go on my to-do list. So not every single thing that I do goes on here, just the major stuff. And then I've been using this for any like little notes, just anything to remember. I don't know if I'm gonna keep these in my planner or just ditch them after I'm finished using it, but I don't know. So I don't know what the answer is to that, but assuming I'm gonna plan this upcoming week, I'm gonna plan it here on the back of this, which I think I can appreciate because there wasn't that much bleed through or ghosting whatsoever. So I'll probably plan this upcoming week. I might do it in a video, might flip you guys around tomorrow on Sunday and plan the upcoming week. And then you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. But I'm trying to think if there was any other significant change. Not really. One thing that I'm noticing though is that I fear that my pictures are kind of fading. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know. I went to a planner event back in March. It's a big event hosted by the big group, and we all got these for free as gifts from our sponsor, which was so fun. And so this was going to replace my HP Sprocket, which I haven't used in years. And they said that this is like fire, okay? And I believed it. However, I don't know if my Sprocket did the same thing, but I really just don't remember the pages fading like this, or the stickers, or in this case, the pictures. The Sprocket prints out on sticker paper, so it's like a little sticker, a sticker photo. This doesn't print out on sticker paper, so it's an actual little photo. I just don't remember it doing that. So that's kind of something that I noticed that's a little bit weird. But I think that's pretty much the only significant changes that I made to the planner. I did go ahead and start trying to lay a few of these highlight or dot stickers for August. I've been using those just to notate the major dates in each month. The days where I'm having something major, like a major event are happening. When we get closer to August, I'll come in and I'll fill in all of the important dates. I don't highlight everything, but I'll put the important stuff here in August. So we'll see what that looks like. But that's kind of what I did. When I say I was planning, I think, fill out some of the quarterly pages. And I think I added some random to-dos. But that's pretty much all that I did to the planner. But yeah, I got some planning done at the facility, the tire store. I think they do more than tires, but mainly tires. And so I'm pretty happy with the progress that I've made. One thing that I have to share is that I have low-key been getting back to the Apple Calendar because I have been using Google Calendar for years, specifically because the Apple Calendar was trash. I'm just gonna call a spade, and it's no longer trash. It recently got some kind of update and it's actually fire now. So the Google Calendar on my iPad started messing up, and I took that as an opportunity to ditch the Google Calendar widget, replace it with the Apple Calendar widget. And so I've just been kind of using this widget and using the Apple Calendar, or the Apple Calendar widget, obviously. And it's actually great. On my Apple Calendar on my computer, I have all of my calendars combined, so I can see every single thing that's happening in a day. I have my work calendar combined with it, the business calendar is my personal calendar, so I can see a glance at every single thing. But for my iPad, I don't need all that, so I just have my personal calendar on here. I don't even have my business calendars or anything. Literally, I have one business calendar on here, but I kind of put the business stuff on my personal calendar, to be honest. Like, my August budget video is supposed to go up today. It's not on my business calendar, though technically it should be. It's on my personal calendar because I have a business calendar section within my personal calendar, if that makes sense. So basically this is just my personal calendar. Not really a lot of business things on here whatsoever. So anyway, I've been loving this calendar down because it's beautiful now. It used to not be. It used to be chaotic and hectic, but now it's fire and I love it. Also, I think I'm going to have a coaching call on the 28th at some point next week, but I think perhaps the 28th, we'll see. From 5 to 6 is good. See, it's going on my family one, but I'm going to put it on my main one. I mean, I could put it on my business one, but whatever. So yeah, that's the thing. Oh wait, where did it go? It was supposed to go on the 28th. Where did I put it? Did it go in there? No, let's see. It must have got lost in the sauce. Oh, it went on for today, or Tuesday. I need it to be Monday. Yeah. So anyway, I've been loving this calendar. So that's a new thing that's happening in my life as far as planning goes, is I have been loving using this calendar real bad. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Particularly on my computer, because I can see all of my client sessions each day and I can just see a picture of my day, which I prefer. But because I show this a lot online specifically, I'm not going to put my work calendar on here because it would show all my clients' name, which I cannot do. So that's why I just have my personal one on here, because of which I don't see any reason to put any other calendar on here but my personal one, because I'm okay with showing any of this because it's, you know, not that big of a deal. But yeah, on my computer I have all of my information, which I love. So this is my July screen. If I haven't shown this, I kind of get confused in some of my videos, but I don't think I've shown the July. Maybe I showed this, but yeah, this is my home screen for my iPad for the month of July, which I think is super cute. So that's going to wrap up the planning for today. I feel like this could be in a video in and of itself, but I'm away and just maybe plan tomorrow in my paper planner and show that. And then that'll probably do it for this video. I feel like the video will be like 30 minutes after I do that. But anyway, I was showing you some of this earlier, which you probably couldn't see that well maybe because of how I was holding it. But this is what I meant by being able to see both here at a glance, which I love. And I couldn't do that for July, even if I tried. If I put this back here, like the monthly back here, because it's on the front of this and it would need to be on the back for this to actually work. So it's kind of convenient that this is working out the way that it is working out. So that was just a change that I made. I was showing you some of the pictures were fading, which I thought was a little weird. And then that was pretty much all that I was really showing you. I think I showed you August and how I was starting to fill it out, and I'd fill it out later. And then I think I updated a little bit of this. Like I put that I got RAV tires on the 22nd. I've been using this, if I haven't shown it already or told you already, for just like irregular things that happen so I can reference them. Like going to a seminar or counseling or a hair appointment or getting new tires for the RAV is an irregular thing. When I go to the doctor, I'll put it on here. My dog has an appointment next week. I'll probably put that on here because that's an irregular thing. See, and now I can see that she went to the doctor in March. That was for her annual, but this one will be for her allergies. I'm trying to get her started on like an allergy med. It's been a long thing trying to work out her allergy situation, but I'm just kind of keeping track of all the random things that happen in any given month. And then I had shown you this and how that was looking. It's kind of cute. And then I think I like just updated this a little bit. I think I updated this. I'm starting to work on the August happenings. I've been putting birthdays at the top and then all of my work related, you know, days, whether it's a professional development, teacher work day, half day, just work related stuff down here after birthdays. Lots of birthdays in September. Probably more birthdays in September than any month, I would imagine. Oh, did I never do June? Oh, I didn't have anything going on in June. No birthdays to notate and no work stuff because I didn't work a single day in June. Anyway, I think I'll come back tomorrow and plan out my week, which I will do here. And I'll keep the camera in this angle so I can just jump right in here tomorrow. I like planning on Sunday, so see you then. Good morning, happy Sunday. It's Sunday, July the 27th. Sunday, July the 27th. You know what I need to do? I need to change my calendar settings because I want my calendar to start on Monday. That should be a fairly easy thing to do, right? Calendar, 7 days per week, system start on Monday. Okay, beautiful. So my week is ending today and it'll start again tomorrow on the 28th. Okay, I just happen to have this page opened up, but I'm going to flip to July. It's called the weekly. And let's just finish filling out this. I did do the book club prep, which as I mentioned was just prepping for getting the balloons and gift card and birthday card and all of that for the birthday girl. You know what's interesting? I was supposed to go to brunch today, but it literally wasn't canceled until yesterday, but it never made it to my to-do list. So that's kind of funny that I don't have to mark through it or cancel it or, you know, whatever. Notate that it's not happening in my paper planner, which I probably wouldn't do that anyway. I probably would just leave it as it was, but it was canceled, but it never made it to this to-do list. Paying off the cruise isn't a thing because it was canceled. That was my friend's wedding cruise, and I did not pick a new audiobook because I can't think of what I want to pick just yet. But flipping over, I'm home. When I planned last time, I was at the dealership, so I just used what I had. But today I'm home, but I still think I'm going to plan in a similar way. I simply feel like this worked out just fine. Actually, I was going to take it out to plan, but I'm realizing maybe I should just leave it in there. Okay, so this will be the week of July 27th through. I'm wondering if I should put it like over here. July, I'm taking it out. July 28th, sorry, through August the 3rd. So I don't know if I can write on this. Let's see. July 28th through August. Okay, so writing on this table is kind of interesting. I haven't really had to, I feel like, write on a piece of paper on this table, on this desk, since I got it. And it's a little like bumpy, I feel like, but it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, so if we're using our pink highlighter again, we can do something very similar. I am looking at my big calendar. It has everything on it. All of my calendars are combined together on my Apple Calendar on my computer, like I had mentioned previously. I'm just looking at it now, first of all, because it's huge and it's a good point of reference, but also it's the only calendar that I have all combined, where all of my calendars are combined to include my work calendar. And I did that on purpose so that I don't have it on my phone or iPad or anything, which might end up breaching confidentiality for my clients. So that's what I'm referencing, and that's why I'm not showing it necessarily, because it has a bunch of personal information. But I can't decide if I want to put work stuff in this planner. I do have 2 meetings that I feel like would be worth notating in this planner, or if I'm just going to leave it to non-work related things. Because if I just put personal things on it for tomorrow, as an example, I'm supposed to have 3 events, but if I put work stuff on there, then I would have 5. So I think I'm just going to leave it for personal stuff. I think that makes the most sense. That's what I did this week, and that's what I'm going to do this week as well. Okay, so for tomorrow, my dog has a doctor appointment at 10:15, but she can be dropped off as early as 7 a.m. And then I'm supposed to have a coaching call tomorrow, but it's not confirmed. So I don't know if that's happening. And then aside from that, I would have a founders meeting with my financial social work colleagues. So possibly 3 events, but we're going to start out with 1. So I'm going to put Lady Doc at 10. Did they say 10:10 or 10:15? 10:15. And then I'll put founders meeting at 6:30. So that's Monday. And if I have a coaching call, it would be right before the founders meeting. That's one of the contenders. We might do the coaching call, I think either Monday or Wednesday or Thursday, I think, were the days that I am available, but we'll see. Okay, moving on. Tuesday, the only thing I have to do is I have a social media strategy team meeting, the only non-work related thing that I have to do. So I'm going to put that on here, and we'll put social media. That's basically when it's going to happen when I get off work. So I don't really know a time just yet, but probably right when I get off of work. So we'll see when that will be. For Wednesday, my old job, my old coworkers invited me to their lunch. So I may go to that. So I'm going to put CP lunch. That is at, let's see what time they have that at. I think they said 11:45. Around there. It's not I think it's after they're finished with their meetings. I don't think it's like a hard and fast time. Technically, I could make it back. I could go there and back. I have a meeting right before, and then I have a session after, but I could make it. So I may go to that, or it's not that big of a deal if I don't go. Thursday, I don't have anything personal. Friday, I have nothing personal, just work stuff. And then Saturday, of course, technically I'm supposed to have 2 things. The birthday party that my husband's throwing for his mom and aunt. So we'll do party. That starts at 2. And then the book club meeting that we just talked about and reviewed and discussed yesterday, the author is going to join us on August the 2nd at 5:30 to discuss the book. Assuming that this event is still going on, I won't make it, but if by some miracle it's over by 5:30, then I am going to pop in on the meeting. So let's do book club at 5:30. And then, of course, Sunday would be the same old, which the only running plan every Sunday typically is church. I don't go to church every Sunday, if you can't tell. But when I do, that's when I go. Okay, so for this week, I was putting the videos that I plan to put out. So for this upcoming week, it's going to be the August plan with me, which is going to be me setting up this planner for August, as well as my digital planner, and then of course my August reset video. Okay, now time to do the to-dos. That's mainly what this planner is for, by the way. I don't have my to-dos listed anywhere, so you know, the only place I'm gonna find some to-dos are in my brain. I'm thinking of what all we need to do this week. And I know one of them for sure is grocery shopping. We have been doing that every Sunday, usually, somewhere around there. Take weekly meds, reconcile budgets. It's kind of like a top priority, but it's okay. We can put it here. And then I said complete my mileage. And then let's see if there were any on here that I need to bring over. Oh yeah, my FSWC post. Let's see if I'm responsible for any of the social media for my other business. Nope. I'm not doing Monday's posts. Let's see if I'm doing Wednesday's posts. No. And I'm not doing Thursday. The Friday post. So none of the posts this week I'm responsible for. So I don't have to worry about that. I guess I should buy my mother-in-law and aunt birthday cards. I feel like that's appropriate. Also need to, I'm gonna put it up here, make pasta. That's the side dish that I'm bringing. It's really pasta salad to the event. And then I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I need to do based on these events, which is why I wrote them. Drop off the dog, that's a given, and pick her up. I don't have to do that. I do need to, we need to inquire about my dog's heartworm meds for the next 6 months. So we'll do that, and hopefully they'll write a prescription since she's already going to the doctor. Don't need to do anything to prep for that. Do need to probably confirm coaching, because right now it's looking like tomorrow, but I don't know. So I need to confirm that. Don't need to do anything for that. I already put my little to-dos for that. Don't need to do anything for that. Technically don't need to do anything for that. Oh, I do need to transfer some money. Another thing that I like to do is I like to go, I'm done with the calendar. I like to go into Notion and I like to look at my finance section for August to see if there are any tasks, to-dos, or whatnot on there that would need to take place this upcoming week. Let's see. The only thing I can think of is I wonder if my husband's tuition is due this upcoming week. We need to clean our closet. That's like a big to-do because we have clothes everywhere upstairs, and if we clean our closet, that eliminates like half the clutter in our house. I might go work on it a little bit today, and we're trying to clean the house a little bit as we prep, just because it needs it, but also as we're prepping for the birthday party and such. I think for now, this is the only thing that I need to like focus on or do for this upcoming week. So I think that's gonna call it good. That took about 13 minutes, probably could have taken a little less. I do have this, I need to figure out this medical bill. I do have a medical bill back here, and I need to figure out why I have a medical bill, because I was supposed to have gone to my annual, and at my annual, I'm supposed to just have a copay. So basically, I don't know if they coded it incorrectly. That's what I need to do. I need to put that on here. There's no point in me wondering what went wrong and how to fix it or whatever when I can just call my doctor. So let's do that. Call doctor regarding bill. We can put that on here. It'll fit. One of the perils with having this smaller, you know what I just thought about? Hold on. One of the perils of having this smaller planner is that I definitely don't have a whole lot of room to write, but I feel like I have enough. It's plenty. One thing I just thought about is when I'm going to film. Okay, I could, when I get home immediately from work, especially if I don't have coaching, I can film Monday evening for the video that I would put up on Wednesday. And of course I can edit it Tuesday. I was trying to see if I needed to be somewhat proactive and try to film it today, but I don't think I'm going to do that. One major thing too, as I'm going along this journey in life, is I have some reading goals. So I'm not going to put it down here, but I do have in mind a couple of books that I want to read this week. I'm just not going to notate them because I don't want to, but I could. And then also, I have been getting back into studying. So I do have a study schedule. So I think I'm just going to study every night for like a couple hours, or every evening. I think I can squeeze, maybe not Monday. It's looking a little rough. But besides Monday, I should be able to study for like an hour to 2 hours each evening. So I'm not putting my whole schedule here, but basically, as I create this and look at my calendar over here, it lets me know what I can do this week. And in looking at my calendar, I can see that I definitely can study for a couple hours each evening. And I can probably also work out for like an hour max each evening. Of course, I can skip a day or two of that. It's not that big of a deal. And then also this allows for a lot of study time as well. I try not to schedule a lot after work Monday through Friday, and that is on purpose, because if I do not do that, then I can stick to my ideal weekly routine, which includes coming home, cleaning a little bit, taking care of my dog, cooking if I have to, exercising, reading, and now of course studying, and other bits and bobs too, but mainly I feel like carrying out my hobbies and exercising and studying are at the top of my to-do list now. So I just have the one afternoon thing, so we're pretty good. And like or after work thing. This is an after work thing too, but because it's like immediately after work, it's not that big of a deal. It's not something that's randomly in the middle of my evening, like at 6:30. It's something maybe 3 or 3:30, and probably won't take long. So anyway, that is that on that. So I think I'm all good for the week, and I don't think there's anything else in here that I need to update. I feel like it's good. So we're gonna call that good. I have been leaving the planner open so I can reference it. So this is pretty much done. There's nothing else to reference on this page, so I could really leave it open here, particularly because these tasks are all either completed or not, or 86 and not going to be completed. So if I leave it open on here, I can maybe get a leg up on some of the tasks for this upcoming week, or even just have this open to start trying to memorize what the tasks are. That's the whole beauty in writing down tasks, is that I feel like it helps me to convert the tasks and the information to memory. So anyway, I might just leave it open on here. It's not that big of a deal either way, but just wanted to pop on here to share my planning process. I think I'll continue on with this vlog. I'm nervous that it's super long, but I feel like it's not quite an hour just yet. So as long as it's not beyond an hour, we're good. And to me, a vlog should be, you know, I want my vlogs to be like 30 minutes minimum, because I feel like that's what a vlog is. Otherwise, I don't know, I just consider it to be like a regular type of video. So, because I try to aim for like 15 to 20 minute videos for all of my other videos besides vlogs, or no longer than that amount, rather I should say, or that time rather I should say. So anything 30 and beyond to me is definitely a vlog, like vlog material. I don't know why, that's just what I think. But anyway, I think we'll keep vlogging until I feel like we're at like an hour of footage, which will probably be, which I'm probably closer to it than I would like to be. But anyway, that is going to be it for this portion of the video. I will catch you guys in another clip. I know it's only been, what, like 2-3 months, but I am literally obsessed with my planner. So anyway, we kind of set up the planner the other day for August, or we thought that we were. I mean, we were, but I realized that, you know, I could continue this vlog. That's the beauty of having this just be a running vlog and not just a one-off kind of video, is that I can always come back and do, you know, things. So I'm going to go ahead, since it's the last day of the month, I'm going to go ahead and I was having a pattern, I think. I don't know which one's next. This one? I think, wait. Yeah, I think it's this color. I was trying to make like a pattern because why not? Also, I didn't have enough colors to do like one color for the entire page. So I just was just going to do a little pattern. So let's go ahead and put down this for July. And then let's see if there's anything we need to update in particular. I think we can go ahead and do what I talked about me doing off camera, but yet here I am. I love this little doohickey. So I'm gonna archive this. I'm gonna put it in my archive. I'm gonna put this in my archive to save it for later. You know, this is just a little dashboard that I made myself. And then exactly what I was talking about is just bringing the August dashboard and divider to this section, popping it in. Was I doing it like this? I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters how I do it. I think it looks a little bit better like this, but not by much. Yeah, I feel like that's appropriate. Yeah, and then I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Somebody was getting on to me for opening my rings this way and closing them instead of just doing it the right way, which is that way. And I get it. Apparently it can cause wear and tear over time, which I completely understand. I've been in a ring bound planner on and off for years, but I'm not saying $50 or whatever I pay for this is a minuscule amount of money, but what I am saying is that that might just be the price that I have to pay for not doing this properly. I don't know, I just feel like that's too much work when I can just, you know? Anyway, June and July, we can, I don't have to do this because I'm probably about to throw away this, but I did end up having a budget coaching session today. So I'm just gonna put that here before I archive this. Haven't decided. Technically, you know, I moved into the planner in May, but I really started using it in June and really started using it in July. So technically this would be like the first time that I used the this month inserts. So I don't know if I'm going to discard them or not, but for now I guess I'll just put them in my little section, which I'm going to be archiving in a minute, and I'll show you what my archive is. It's not much. So that's what I was saying, that it would be easier to just do this. Let's see if there's anything that I have done on here. I did do that. And that's it. There's some couple days left and I have yet to finish my to-do list, but it's fine because I have some days left in the week to do that. So that's what I was saying. Like, it would be easier to do that. Leave all my weeklies there, leave all my dailies, expenses, notes, and all of that. Ooh, I did do something from this list, which I did that. And I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And so now we are officially set up and ready for August. I think since I have this, I got this from D-Stash at a planner event, and I feel like, why wouldn't I want to take it? I don't feel like it serves any real purpose. It could kind of be cute maybe for August. I mean, there's only, I feel like it is gonna start getting repetitive, but it could kind of, not for August, but for September. I don't know why, but in my head, I feel like I just want to save that for my birthday month. So it could be cute for September to use that or to fill out that. I don't know why. I just feel like if I'm going to fill out this little page, this little, I don't even know what you call it, card, and keep it, or I guess I could throw it away as well. I don't know. I just feel like I should do it for an exciting month, the next exciting month in my life, which would be September. I think I got this in June, around the end of June, middle of June maybe. So I just felt like the most exciting time to do it over the next few months would of course be my birthday month, particularly because it's also my husband's birthday month, and we just have a lot of fun things planned for September. So that's what we're gonna do. And then I just kind of keep these on me in the event that I want to use them for weekly planning or daily planning or what have you. And I keep them in this little memento folder, which is so cute, from Cloth and Paper. They fit pretty perfectly. And then I just have that paper clip there just for the vibes, to be honest, just because it's cute, literally. Okay, and now my planner is officially set up for August. I did just share that I was going to show you how I archive my planner supplies, and I will do that now, but understand it's not that exciting of a setup or a system or a technique. I was thinking about, since I do have an extra planner cover, I'm not quite ready to use it, but since I do have an extra cover, I was thinking about just archiving the inserts, all of my inserts in there, which that might be something we do today. I'm not really sure. It would take 2 seconds, but then I feel like if I do that, then that's more time that I'm going to be opening and closing this planner cover unnecessarily. I don't even know if I ever even, yeah, I did. I was gonna say, I don't even know if I ever even took this out of the cover. The planner cover that you just saw, that's from Moterm, and I got it from Amazon. This one is much smaller. Well, not much smaller, but relatively smaller, and it's from Christina Loves Planning. But look at the gold hardware. So it would behoove me to keep all of my other inserts in here. And also I think for Christina Loves Planning, she has a lot of like budget planning tools and accessories and products. And so I think this is more so like catering to those who use the cash envelope system or those who save cash for sinking funds so that they might use this as a wallet, but I am going to just use it as a regular planner. But I was just thinking it would be somewhat smart to just archive everything inside of here, but I guess my issue is I don't want to keep opening and closing these rings. I love gold hardware, and you know, eventually I'll probably move into this at some point, just I guess when I'm tired of my other cover. But I don't want my rings to just be damaged with me going in and out of this. Although currently I feel like I don't go into my little archive section that much. So we might do that. Anyway, this is the Moterm box. And so I just keep all of my stuff in here. So if I wanted to move all of the items in there, I very well could, but it's just not something that I'm looking to do. These are all of just like random inserts. These are inserts, or sorry, dashboards and such that I made myself, I believe. I think I made those both. This one out of vellum that I got at Michael's. This one out of, what is this called? Acetate? I think that's what it's called. That I got from Michael's. I had created them for one of my other ring bound planners in, I believe, the A5 size. And then I think I actually got this from Notique. I pulled these out because I was thinking I could technically trim them down and repunch them and use them in my personal size planner or planner cover, but I just haven't gotten around to doing that. Plus, I don't really want to. I don't know. It's just not something I'm into. These are some little inserts that came with the Moterm planner. I don't know if you were around when I unboxed it, but I thought that was fun that it came with some planning pages, except they're not that cute and they're off-white. And then also I have some extra dividers here. These are white, I think. Oh, and then like a random dashboard from Infinite Lotus. And then I have these this cash envelope and the sinking funds. I guess, are these called like dividers? What are these called? Bookmarks, I guess. These came from Christina Loves Planning. As I was mentioning, she has lots of budget related types of materials. This is just something random. And then these are, I think, cash envelopes from Christina Loves Planning. This is a savings challenges. I guess we're gonna call this a bookmark. Is that what we decided on? This is a phone. I think these are for maybe cash envelopes, and these are sinking funds. So they could go in there, just kind of live in there. These are free things that she sent me whenever I had placed an order. I did not purchase these. That's why they're not being used. If you know me, you know that I really enjoy using everything that I have. I don't wait for any kind of special reason to use anything. That's just not me. So I would be using these if I had purchased them, but I didn't purchase them, which would mean that I didn't want them necessarily, but I'm grateful that she sent them, of course, but I just don't have a use case for them. So I have these as well. And I'm thinking something's telling me I should start using, I think I might just throw away this, because honestly, this one, because what purpose is it serving? I don't know. I might put it back where I got it from, in one of my A5 planner covers, because I don't think I'm going to use it at any point. But I may use those. They'll be much easier to trim down as well. This is like a hard cardstock. I don't know if I'll be able to trim that effectively anyway. But I don't think I'm going to put the inserts in the planner cover. I just feel like that would be a little bit too much for me. I had ordered this January dashboard. I get them so confused. Yes, dashboard from Infinite Lotus. And in my head, because of the price, I think this was like $10, $12. In my head, I truly thought I was ordering an entire set for January through December. I think I just assumed that based on the price. I don't even think I really read the description. So it's 100% on me, but it basically just was this one January dashboard, which I find funny because I made the purchase in May, I think, or April. So that tells you I literally thought it was going to be a whole set, and it just came with this random January. So I have no use case for it currently because it's July at the filming of this video, and it'll be, you know, August tomorrow, of course. So I can't use a random January dashboard, and I don't put it in my planner because it's just a random one-off dashboard. Plus I don't keep previous months in my planner anyway. So that's what is currently sitting on top of some dividers from Cloth and Paper. These dividers are white, and then I think Christina Loves Planning gifted me a set that had black writing or black font, and I love those so much more. So I use those because they just show up so much better. Those are the ones that are currently in my planner. So I'm just kind of showing you the things that I've collected thus far. So again, these are, you know, January, May, and then this would be June was in there. Yeah, July. Was that June? Where's June? June could very well be lost somewhere. I was trying to keep everything in order. Now, where's June? Oh, there's June. So let's do May, July, May. Let's do June, and then July. We'll put that in June as well, or July, whatever, because, you know, July's on the back. Okay, why is May separated? We'll put that for May. Just trying to stay organized, but again, it would be much easier if I just put my inserts in that planner, but I don't want to. And then I also just have some excess this month inserts that I'm not going to add to my planner because it's a lot of them, and I don't need this extra bulk because this is front and back. So I don't, you know, it'll probably take me a couple years to use all of these. And then I just have the extra expense sheets as well, also front and back, and would take me a while to use all of those, probably a good year or two. And I've only been in this planner a few months. I just bought these a few months ago, so I'm just going to put those there. But yeah, I very well could put all of this stuff in that planner cover, but I just decided against it. I was thinking about it, but I'm not. So this is just how I archive all of my planner supplies, or my planner inserts rather, for the personal size. So I just showed you my current little system that I have, but I was thinking about putting the inserts in here, but in real time, I just talked myself out of it and decided against it. Although I was never really committed to it in the first place, so I don't know if you can consider that me talking myself out of it, because I had never talked myself into it. But that's my little, these are my little personal size supplies that I have been able to acquire over the past couple of months. And like I said, I think I am going to grab this Notique cover and just put this in here. It's kind of getting crusty. See, I kind of have my inserts in this cover. These I do not, because they've never been opened. Exquisite Creation sent these to me for free. And she also sent me a planner cover, which I use. I think these are from Exquisite Creation. I just never got around to using these monthly budget inserts or these. Oh, these are from Cloth and Paper. I think I got these out of D-Stash or something. But since they're packaged up, I don't feel the need to put them in here because I may want to gift them to somebody one day or do a giveaway or something for like an A5 planner and insert, so I don't want to take them out of the package. So that's what that's about. But these are all inserts that I have used over the years, different, you know, things that I've created over the years, different little inserts and stuff that I have either purchased or been gifted over the years. So I do have probably, I took some to D-Stash, this D-Stash bash. So I currently have 3, I think, A5 covers, 2 from Notique, both were gifted to me, and then 1 from Exquisite Creation. Let me just grab them so you can see them. I feel like nobody cares, but I'm gonna show you anyway. This was gifted by Notique. I think that might have been my first ever ring bound planner, I think. So I was using this back in like 2019, 2020. This was gifted from Exquisite Creation. Also has like past inserts and things that I had purchased. I think these were from Cloth and Paper. So if I ever move back into this size, I want to keep this stuff. I'm not going to buy this stuff again. That would be crazy. Well, I didn't buy the planner covers at all, but some of the inserts and dividers and such I did pay for. And then this was also gifted to me by Notique, also in the A5 size. So I want to keep this on me as well, keep all 3 of those. And then this also was gifted to me by Notique, but it's actually not a ring bound planner cover. It's actually just a random cover. Well, it's like an A5 size cover, but you can use this for a lot of different things, a lot of different planners. It doesn't have to be, you know, it's not a ring bound planner. It doesn't have any rings, or so you can use it for discs or something like that. But I was using my Plum Paper planner inside of this. If you remember when I was using a Plum Paper planner, I don't know if you guys remember that, but look, this was my first month, because with Plum Paper, you can do so many customizations, like a whole lot of customizations. And so not only can you customize the pages of the planner, you can customize the colorway, you can customize when the planner starts. I think they have disc bound planners and notebooks now and all kind of fun stuff. But back in 2021, apparently, I was trying out Plum Paper, which I did not dislike, but I didn't continue using it beyond 2021, I don't think. But this was my birthday month. I guess I started it for my birthday month, and it was cute. It was actually probably the final days of my paper planning journey. I think I started using a digital planner in this year, in 2021, at the end of 2021. I'm actually confident that I started doing that. Actually, yeah, December 2021, I started digital planning. So this would have been the last planner that I was in, and it was super cute. This is October. Let's see. Yep, I used it in October, probably used it in November, and maybe used it in December. May have quit. Looks like I quit in December, though I was doing some pre-planning. Oh, and then I have like a few little, a lot of sticky notes actually, just like sporadically throughout the planner. I think I did that on purpose so I wouldn't have to carry around like packs of sticky notes, and I would always have some sticky notes on my person. But I'm definitely going to reuse those and repurpose those at some point. But I think I just kind of hold on to this particularly because it was my last paper planner that I was using. But of course, as of a couple months ago, I am slowly getting back into paper planning. People who are not planners probably would categorize me as nuts, and people like me as true nutcases for just using planners. But you know, that's just what I was doing. I don't know what to tell you. I'm looking at, I guess I had put some ideal routines back here, so that's fun. I don't really keep, this may be one of the only few planners that I have kept that I have used. Normally I just throw them out, but I think I literally keep this because I truly loved the planner and enjoyed my time in here. But I just got an iPad and I discovered the world of digital planning, and so I learned that I could actually plan for free because stickers are free, and of course the iPad and the Apple Pencil were not free, but the stickers were free, and the planners were free because I make my own planners. So I took a few years off of buying any kind of planner products, although as a content creator I didn't ever really buy a ton of planner products, but I did, you know, spend my hard-earned money on paper planners and stuff for years. You know, I think I probably started buying planners after high school when they weren't giving us free agendas anymore, and I've used some kind of planner every year since then. But digital planning was allowing me to not spend money on planners and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't really keep a lot of my previous planners because I have no reason to. I don't really care to look back and reflect on what I was doing or not doing. So I normally throw them out so as to not clutter up my space. But I do have a couple of planners on me that I just have decided to keep. I think this one, I think I kept my first ever budget planner. I have one of my friends creates a planner. So I have one of those, obviously, you know, when I was using it, but then I decided to keep it after I wasn't using it anymore, just because, you know, my friend made a planner, so why not keep it? And I may have one other random planner lying around, maybe. So I may have 4 of all the planners that I've ever used that I've ever purchased or been gifted since becoming an adult. Otherwise, I just throw them out. But just wanted to kind of share that little tidbit. I do not know how long I will be doing these planning vlogs, but I really thoroughly enjoy just talking all things planner. I can talk about planners all day, every day, between my paper planner and my physical planner, which is inside of here. My paper planner and my digital planner. My digital planner lives inside of here and on my iPad. So between the two of those, I can yap about planners all day. I'm just a yapper, so really I can yap about anything, but especially the things that I love. So I really love filming these vlogs and how random they are. I hope that you guys have been enjoying them. Again, I don't know how long they'll go on, but I don't see any signs of slowing up anytime soon. They are exactly what I wanted them to be. I've never started a series, if you will, and it be as exact as I had hoped or had planned. But I've just been loving filming these videos. But I think I'm gonna wrap up this one because I already imported the other footage from that I filmed earlier this week when I first started this planning vlog, and I can show you what I'm talking about. So I've already inserted the footage, and the footage, if I scroll all the way over, the footage is already 44 minutes. So if I tack on the 22 minutes or so about 27 minutes that I've been filming and yapping about planners, then that's gonna put my footage at over an hour. So now my task would be to edit all of this footage and try to, you know, delete everything that's completely unnecessary. But already in 1 week, with just coming and popping on camera maybe twice, maybe 3 times max, I've already amassed an hour plus of footage. And so that's a lot of editing that I have to do and a lot of weeding through that I have to do. And so I feel like that's enough. And so all of that to say, This video is going to be ending today, and I'll just start a new planning vlog the next time I want to pop on camera. That's maybe tomorrow or something. So I'm actually going to end this video today right here. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give this video a like, subscribe if you're new, and if you're liking what you're seeing, and I will catch you guys right back here in a few days in a brand new video. Bye guys.